Is your phone use killing your marriage? That's our topic today. If you have yet to subscribe, go ahead, hit the button. If you have a question, put it in the box. How you use your phone in marriage is so important. What are your habits? If you are in a situation where publicly you're in front of your wife or husband and you're scrolling, that's going to damage your relationship. If you're in a situation when you're at home and you're on your sofa and they're sitting right next to you and you're scrolling, it's going to affect your relationship. What is the value of scrolling? So you'll have to make decisions as a couple. What are the phone rules in your relationship? Anytime, anywhere? Because every time you get a bing or a hit or a reminder, your brain actually goes off in a state of emergency and wants to grab it and solve that problem. Or do you want to protect your relationship? When you come home, put your phone in the furthest room, like a bathroom. Leave it there. Nobody touches their phone until after dinner or at 8:30 or whatever time you come up with. What are the media rules you have for being in front of a computer screen, being in front of a TV screen? Get a media budget. That is the best way to honestly protect your marriage, because every hour that you spend in another world is an hour less you have together. Here's the other thing. As you scroll, your brain actually thinks you're doing something, but you're not. But your brain gets exhausted. And you are less likely to have energy for sex, for conversations, for going for that walk. You're going to feel exhausted because you've made all these micro decisions and you've done nothing. And so really see the phone as a tool of communication, but it really shouldn't be your friend. And if you go to your phone first, instead of the eyes that you said you would forsake all others, I think we need to add to the wedding vows, I will forsake my phone for you. Because some people couldn't keep that commitment. So look at your behavior, what you're doing when you come home, what you're doing when you're together. Look, and don't be that couple in the restaurant where they're both on the phone. Have really some good boundaries. Some people, when they go on dates, they leave their phone in the car, okay? Because for an hour, their babysitter is going to be fine, or whatever they need to do. Set it up so that you can be successful. But if your phone is literally getting more hours a day than your spouse, you might have an addiction to it. Consider that. Or you might have issues with intimacy. You could be struggling with intimacy anorexia, where you're avoiding intimacy by being on the phone or being in front of a TV or in front of a computer screen. So if you need help with this, of course, you can always reach out to Heart to Heart Counseling Center, talk to a therapist. But if your spouse or partner has repeatedly said, can you get off your phone? Can you look at me when I'm talking to you? Can you remember what I said? You already are in a situation where you're creating a problem. Even if the problem is just nagging, you're creating it by consistently avoiding contact with them. So my encouragement, look at your phone behavior with your spouse, what you actually do with them. For me, I like to keep it in the bathroom unless I'm getting specific information, or we agreed that, okay, we're going to go do emails for 15, 20 minutes. Okay, great. But then our time at home together should be together. So think about this. If you need help, give us a call. If you want to subscribe, hit that button. And if you got a question, put it in the box.